AI governance is about to create the same mistake we see across cybersecurity all the time. People will collect certification after certification before they can show any actual work. If you are not an AI engineer, that does not rule you out. You do not need to build a model, but you do need to prove that you can spot risk, you can recommend sensible controls, and explain a decision clearly to a business. In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you one AI governance portfolio case study you yourself can build from home today, how to present it honestly, and the exact resume bullet point I would use. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, if you're new here, my name is Luke. I've been recruiting for over 15 years and I also coach people who are trying to break into cybersecurity. Now, let me be really honest with you. I'm not saying there are thousands of easy entry-level AI governance jobs. There's not. The work is still emerging and it can sit inside GRC, privacy, audit, technology risk, compliance, responsible AI, and third-party risk. However, businesses are already using AI. Someone needs to decide what tools are approved, what data goes into them, and what could go wrong and who is accountable for that. And that is the opportunity. So let's talk through first what AI governance actually is. Now, it's simply how a business controls the way AI is selected, approved, used, and monitored. So if you can imagine a company wants employees to use an AI assistant to summarize internal documents and draft client emails, and this will be happening lots. Well, before approving it, the business needs answers. It needs to know, could confidential data be exposed? Or could the output be wrong? Does a human check it? What does the vendor do with the data and who owns the risk? Well, that is AI governance. So frameworks like the NIST AI management framework give organizations structure, but your portfolio should show application, not just memorization. So let's talk about a connected case study. I want you to build one. I want you to create one fictional company. So let us say it's a 250 person professional services business introducing that particular AI assistant. Label the project clearly as simulated. Please don't pretend a real company hired you. Then build the portfolio around 3 key decisions. Map the risk, challenge the tool, and then recommend how the business should proceed. Next up, decision 1, map the risk. So let's talk about that. Start with a simple AI risk register. You don't need to make it huge. 5 to 8 strong risks are plenty. Now, for this company, I would include confidential information being entered into the tool. So inaccurate content being sent to a client, over-reliance on AI output, weak access controls, and unclear accountability. Now, for every risk, connect 5 things: the risk, the control, the owner, the evidence, and then finally the decision. Here is one example. The risk is confidential client data being entered into the AI tool. The control is that the staff can only use an approved enterprise account. Sensitive data is prohibited and users must complete training. Now, the evidence could be the approved user list, the data settings, and the training record. Now, from a recruiter's perspective, this tells me far more than a copied definition of an AI risk. And that's what I want to get across to you today. Remember, from a recruiter's perspective, this will help you get hired. It shows that you can think through business problems. Now, one warning, do not rate every risk as critical, because real risk work is about judgment, not making everything red. Okay, decision 2, challenge the tool. So next, review the policy and assess the vendor. Keep both short. For the policy review, answer 4 questions. Which AI tools are approved? What data is prohibited? When is human review mandatory? And how is an incident reported? Now, don't copy a 30-page policy. Just take a short fictional policy, identify the gaps, and explain what you yourself would change, and then assess the vendor. Now, ask what data the tool collects, where it's stored, whether customer data trains the model and how long it's retained, how access is controlled, and what happens after a breach. You don't need to know every answer. If something is not public, write evidence required or vendor confirmation needed. And that is really good governance. That's what hiring managers will want to see. Inventing an answer is definitely not. Then I want you to give a decision, approve with conditions, delay until evidence is provided, or do not approve. Now, this is particularly useful if your background is in procurement, legal, privacy, audit, operations, compliance, or even vendor management. You may already have more transferable experience than you realize. Okay, now on to decision 3, make it usable. Now turn your recommendations into a control checklist. So a policy that says do not enter sensitive data is just not enough. How will the business enforce it? Your checklist might include approved accounts, role-based access, user training, human review, incident reporting. You could have quarterly access reviews and monitoring for vendor changes. Now give every control and owner an evidence source. For example, control could be quarterly access review. Owner could be system owner. Evidence, exported user list, and signed review. Now, this shows you understand that a control must be operated and proved. Then I want you to finish with a one-page executive summary. Keep it simple, guys. What is the business trying to achieve? What are the top 3 risks? What controls are required? What risk remains? And what do you recommend? Now, for this scenario, I might say approve a limited pilot with conditions. Use the enterprise account. Do not process sensitive data. Make human review mandatory. Complete the vendor assessment. Review the pilot after 60 days. That is very balanced. You're not blocking AI. You're helping the business use it with very sensible controls. And that is what really good GRC looks like. Okay, so now moving on to how to present the portfolio. So your final portfolio can be 5 clean pages. The company and use case, the risk register, the policy and vendor review, the control checklist, and the executive recommendation. Now, there are plenty of tools you can use: Notion, a PDF, Google Drive, even GitHub. The platform is not the impressive part, your reasoning is. So include your assumptions, dates, sources, and the word simulated. Make sure you do that. Remove anything you cannot explain in an interview. Remember, your portfolio is only good if you can talk through it if asked in an interview. Some people forget that. So here is the resume bullet point I would use. Created a simulated AI governance portfolio for a professional services firm, mapping generative AI risks to controls, vendor due diligence, policy requirements, and an executive approval recommendation using NIST AR RMF concepts. It works because it is honest, it's specific, and it gives an interviewer something real to ask you about. Okay. Now the 30-day plan. So this is it. This is what you should follow. Week 1, choose your company and AI use case. Read the current NIST AI RMF guidance and overview of ISO 42001. Week 2, build the risk register. Week 3, I want you to complete the policy review, vendor assessment, and control checklist. Week 4, write the executive summary, clean up the portfolio, and practice explaining it out loud. Find someone in your family, a friend, it doesn't matter, but practice explaining it. Now, at the end of the 30 days, you will not be an AI governance expert. I'm not saying you will be, but you will have something far more useful than saying you're interested in AI, because you will have proof of how you think. And finally, let's talk about who this suits. This path can suit people from GRC, audit, privacy, compliance, risk, procurement, BAs, project work, IT, and cybersecurity. If you enjoy asking good questions, creating structure, and explaining risk to a business, it's definitely worth exploring. But don't rush out and buy an expensive certification because you watched this video. Please don't. Build the project first. Read job descriptions in your market. Speak to people doing the work. They can give you some great advice on what they did. Then decide what qualification is actually useful for you. Now, comment AI GRC below and tell me your background. If enough people want it, I will make a follow-up where I build one of these documents step by step. And watch my GRC portfolio video next. I'll put it in the description. I hope this helped you. Thank you all for watching. As always, keep leveling up your career. I'll see you on the next video.